celibacy. So let me just put you on. I've been celibate for the past 11 months, and I lost my virginity young. I lost my virginity at 15 years old, and I'm so proud of myself that I've actually been able to do this. My goal was 11. I mean, my goal was 11. I mean, excuse me. My goal was for a whole year, and I did have sex at the end of last year, only because I was in a situation that, man, I was really unhappy in that situation, but I still went through with it because I can't even tell you why. But I still continued having sex with this individual. Excuse me. I still continue having sex with this individual, and I was really upset with myself because I had broken my celibacy prior for this person. And I knew it wouldn't go anywhere. I knew I could. And the reason it couldn't go anywhere because I knew deep down inside I could not deal with this person on a long-term basis, right? And it could be good for the first month, it could be good for the first 3 months, but on a long-term basis is what I be looking at, you know, really and truly and stuff like that. And I don't know if that's a good thing or if that's a bad thing, but long term, I'm definitely, my eyes is there. This short term stuff, I'm just like, oh, I don't think I can deal with that. You know what I mean? I could deal with this for a short amount of time because my mind is already out. But anyway, we were dealing with each other, and I realized some things that just would have bothered me futuristically, like the way he's spoken about his ex-wife, the way he's spoken about his daughter, the way he just, oh, I'm a good father, I'm a good father, but there were things to me that were important to make you a good father. But anyway, that's besides the point. So um, I decided that at the beginning of the year that I would stop having sex. I wouldn't engage in sexual activity. I wouldn't, put myself in certain situations. I'll be very clear with any man that I am talking to, that I am celibate. I'm not having sex. I'm not coming to lay down in your bed. I'm not coming to sit on the edge of your bed. I'm not coming over and do any of that stuff. Like those tactics is out the door. And now that I'm 11 months celibate, somebody sent me a picture of, something explicit that they would want to do to me. And I was just totally grossed out by it. I mean, totally grossed out by it. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, wow, like, because I'm not seeking that validation anymore, this sex to me is repulsive now. Even being in a relationship is repulsive to me. Like, I don't want to deal with anybody's half empty cup. I want somebody that's actually full, so that way if I am quiet, it's not because of you. You understand that I'm quiet because I like to turn in. You know what I mean? And I like to come and talk when I'm ready to talk. I don't talk on command. I talk when I'm ready to talk. And this person who sent me that video, I had to tell him countless times, like, listen, I talk when I'm ready to talk. I don't see myself having sex. I told him plenty of times that I'm celibate, and he would keep trying to have these conversations with me. And I'd just be like, take it somewhere else. Go do what you need to do. Go find whoever you need to find. Go your way. Get that away from me. You know what I mean? I'm not entertaining that, you know? So now that I'm 11 months celibate, and I'm so proud of myself. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I am so proud of myself that I am not yearning for a man, for a male's attention. You know what I mean? I'm not yearning for that type of energy around me. I'm not yearning for that, Um, and it's like a weight off of my shoulder. Like, I feel wholesome again. I feel like, I'm calling back my energy because I used to have a lot of sex. Like, I used to I used to have a lot of sex. And the last person that I had sex with, there was one time we had sex, and because I wasn't in it, because I wasn't in the mood, because I knew I shouldn't be doing it, I literally got up mid hump, put on my clothes, and went for a walk because I was just over it. I was literally over it. And I kid you not, he was upset with me, but I didn't give two fucks anymore because I was just over it. I was over it. I was just like, no, 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 no. He showed me that he had a lack of compassion. He showed me that he wasn't dependable in that sense. He showed me that he wasn't understanding in certain things because of where he came from. A lot of people who where they come from, their culture, certain things just don't matter to them and stuff like that. And that's okay. You know, I want somebody that understands certain things because we are on the same plane. We understand the same things are going on around us and stuff like that, right? Also with this celibacy, I don't want nobody coming in here trying to think they're gonna manhandle me or anything like that. Like I buy myself flowers because I think of myself as a flower, and I am, 85% on in love with myself. There's certain things that I know I need to change, and I'm going to get into that formation of it. But it's a process. But I don't want nobody coming in thinking they're gonna come in here, choke me, and do this and do. Please get away from me. Get away from me. You're not going to use the tactics that you used on Keisha and them on me because that's not happening. You know, I don't think I'm not in that same vibration anymore. Like I understand that sex has two reasons, and that's for your husband. If you're a man, that's for your wife, that's for your that's the pleasure between y'all two, and also for procreation. So I don't have any children. I've been celibate for the past 11 months, as I said. I've also stopped eating meat because my PCOS was causing irritability in my body. So, therefore, I had to stop eating meat so that my period can come on regular. Because whoever is supposed to impregnate me, like I said, I don't see it happening, but God has a plan for every one of us. Whoever is supposed to impregnate me, because I was told to stop eating meat about 4 years ago so that my body can do what it needs to do. Whoever is supposed to pregnate me, it won't be so hard. It won't be such a problem because I have PCOS. And I took honor in taking out meat out of my diet because of the PCOS wrecking havoc on me. I used to grow full blown beard. I have some hair growing right now and stuff like that. I'll take care of that a little bit later. But this shit used to be full. Okay. It used to be full if I didn't get at it in a certain amount of time. This now is like a month. This is like a month of growth right now. And stopping the meat, stopping having my body be in situations that it's not actually happy about. Stop being around men that I know don't even love me or care for me, boosting my confidence and just taking care of me. That's why I stopped having sex, because I started at 15. I started at 15 years old. I started at 15 years old, had an abortion at 18, had a miscarriage at 28. And for some strange reason, I feel like if I am to have sex this next time around, it'll be a blessing. It'll be a beautiful blessing for me because I weaned myself off of that type of energy. Now I would love to have a child, and this is where my mother wound healing started to become prevalent, that I needed to start working on myself because I started asking God for a child. And I would find myself crying, and I would find myself boo hoo hooing and stuff like that, knowing that it was just time for me to heal. And really coming up with these ideas that if I have a child, how would I be with that type of child? I want that child to be open with me. I want that child to love me. I want that child to, and it's not on some, it's not on some, what do you call it? Overbearing type of love. I want it to be a connection, like we are friends. Like you see a lot of mother and daughter duos on YouTube and stuff. like we're friends, because I've been through what I've been through, and therefore my mistakes will be her guidance or his guidance, you know what I mean? And also, I would want a father that understands that his mistakes is his guidance as well. I don't want somebody that's really laid back and not really in front and center. I don't want somebody that's on child support with somebody over here, because what I understand is that you have a chance to be a parent over here, no matter what type of forces is coming at you. You have a parent to, you have that opportunity to be a parent over here, because that's what my mother did. My mother had a chance to be a parent here, but her mind was checked out somewhere else because she thought she made a mistake. She thought her children were mistakes because of the man that she was with. You understand? So therefore, I have been given a chance to clear the aura, clear the air, cut cords, renew my energy, bring energy back into my life, and bring love back into this playing field, because relationships is not about love these days, right? It's not about love. Just like back in the days, it wasn't really about love either. It was about how can I be all right if I have this man's child, because it's to you know create a bloodline of heirs that can carry the throne as time goes on and stuff like that. Most men back in the days mostly wanted women to produce boys so that they can carry the bloodline, carry the lineage. That's why a lot of men today are really upset that their sons are gay. You understand? So therefore, now I feel like as I've gone through so many things and I've really like humbled myself and gone from um I dislike what my mother did. I dislike my mother. I dislike all of those, I dislike anything from that angle to I totally understand why my mother did what she did. I totally understand how my mother felt, during the times being married to my father, right? And not having sex right now has allowed me to bring love and confidence back into myself, because that's something that my mother was struggling with. Even as I've been around her as an adult, a young adult, that's something that she was struggling with, and she was just trying to find her grounds after going through whatever she gone through with my father. And I didn't find out that my father didn't like my mother until well into my 30s, right? And that's something that my mother didn't bring to my attention, because she didn't want to cloud any of my judgment, right? So I got to respect it for what it is. You know what I mean? Being an adult woman now, I have to respect it for what it is. And I can't be upset with her, because a lot of times you see men are tarnishing women's name, because women is just like, I just want to be loved by you, but you don't want to love me. You know what I mean? So what I understand with my mother wound is that my father loved me more than he loved my mother, right? Or he didn't love her. He told me he didn't like the broad. Clear as day. He didn't even stutter when he said it. And that is something that would break my heart. So I can imagine how my mother was feeling in that marriage. She must have been suffocating. And though she didn't talk a lot or anything like that, me too. I was just like, I don't like her. I don't like the way she is. I don't know, not knowing that she's going through this psychological battle of not being comfortable in her own home. It breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart. The things that women go through when their backbone is not in place, when they don't have a chance to get to love themselves, because motherhood, this hood, that hood, wifehood, all these titles come in to bombard them. Excuse me. I'm here eating because I don't like to eat food outside no more unless it's pizza. That's the only thing I would eat now. It's like pizza. Don't I'll go to Trader Joe's and get whatever I'm trying to cook, trying to eat, and make my rendition of it, because people be out there doing crap to food, and I don't have time for it. I've never got food poisoning, and I'm thankful for it, but I rather just cook my own food and call it a day. But yeah, I have been celibate for 11 months. I'm going on for a year, and I'm going to do a nice little celebration for that as well, because I think I am very proud of myself for, I feel very proud of myself for doing what I needed to do in order to get to a point in my mother wound healing where I have accepted the trials and the tribulations and everything like that, to understand that being a woman, being a mother, being a wife is no joke if you do not love yourself. And that's my main focal point when it comes to this channel, is learning to love yourself as you go through this mother wound healing. Because if you don't love yourself, you are a tragedy. You are a disaster just happening because you don't love yourself. You know, you need to learn how to love yourself. I love my PCOS. You know, I love my PCOS so much that we losing weight because of I'm loving my PCOS. You know what I mean? My periods is like clockwork now. No cramps, no nothing. Periods is like clockwork, but there's still some more work that needs to be done. And I'm grateful for the journey. I am so grateful for the journey, because everything that I have learned through this journey, losing my virginity young, and having sex, and I know it may sound crazy to say that, but all of those relationships that I've been in, relationships that I have been in, they were just learning lessons. Those were teachers to teach me something, learning how to let go in situations that don't make me feel okay, honoring feelings that don't make me feel okay, honoring emotions no matter what, learning how to say no, stop people pleasing, not putting myself in situations. What's more important, how I feel, or how somebody else is feeling. Those are the emotions that I have learned. Those are the thoughts that I have learned going through this mother wound healing. And celibacy has been one of the greatest choices that I have made for myself, to stop having. I can't see myself having sex right now. I cannot see myself having sex right now. And I know, because back in March, I thought, this is something, 3 months in, and it's just like, okay, I'm ready to throw in the towel because somebody is showing me some sort of attention. And let me tell you, whoever is like guiding this body or anything like that, my libido was turned all the way off at that moment. I had to apologize to homeboy. I was just like, I'm sorry, but I can't do this. I cannot do this. This, I can't. And I didn't feel bad about it. I was like, I'm sorry. I cannot do this right now. I am so, 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 so sorry. You know, he was all riled up and everything like that. And I was just like, I can't. I couldn't even perform. I couldn't do nothing. And I was just like, yeah, it's a wrap. Like, this people pleasing thing is done. You know what I mean? And not feeling guilty about it is a win, baby. It's a win. It's a total win. So I don't want this video to go on any longer. I know I said a lot in this video, but this is what this channel is about. All about transforming, becoming the new version of yourself. It took me some time to get here. I went through a lot of emotions, a lot of emotions. And I also want to thank becoming a nurse at that. I haven't really pinpoint what it is that actually nursing did for me to help me understand that um, life is better when you're happier. I don't know, you know what I mean? But I think it's the stress, and stress kills, and, regret and stuff like that. I think that's what it is that made me like really change my focal point on what this mother wound stuff really means to me now, because my whole perspective has changed. Like, it gone from being angry to really appreciating my mother wound journey, and understanding that my mother went through some shit. Like, real talk, like Mama Dukes went through some shit. And I personally, I know for me, I couldn't go through stuff like that. So it's best that I just stay out the way and realize that I am all the love that I need. Like, it's not that I don't want to go on dates and talk to men and stuff like that, because I do. I want to hang out. I want to do those things, but with the understanding that, my G, I'm not getting in no bed with you. I'm going home at the end of the night. I'm not Netflixing and chilling, and I don't care how you feel about it because my sanity is more important. I just think about if I were to have sex, how would I feel after? And how I would feel is I know my mind will not be happy. I feel like that would be my last straw. Like I will get checked into the crazy house because there's ghosting, there's gaslighting, there's not picking up the phone call, you blocking me, you this, and it's just like I don't think I can deal with stuff like that. So therefore, I just try to stay out the way and go about my merry business. I like to travel, I like to do things, and I want to come up here and start helping people get through their mother wound healing and stuff like that, and continue my celibacy journey because it's important to me. And I know there's a lot of people out there that's on a celibacy journey as well, and also incorporating the scriptures that I've used to get through my journey, my mother wound healing journey, and just getting to know me. So welcome to my channel, Flawed and Content. My name is Danielle. Any questions, anything you want to say, just be respectful, please, because I don't got time for disrespect. And let's continue this journey. Stay tuned for hauls, scriptures, Bible talk, um, healing moments. I'm not going to be coming up here talking about my mother too much. Well, who knows? I don't know. But just things that I remember that can help in any shape or form. So, peace for now. I'm going to finish my food and talk to y'all later.